You're listening to Book Club Babes. Let's get into it.
Hey,
how's it going?
hey, good. How are you?
Good. We could use our
We can use our hands. We can emote. Hey,
Yeah.
hi, hello. It's us.
because we are live and in video. If you're watching us on YouTube,
We are. And
I
if
feel
you're,
so weird.
if you're new and stumbling across us because now we're on YouTube, we've actually been at this for quite a few years. And we've just been podding on streaming pod, so no visual as they would say, but I hear the YouTubes is where it's at.
Yes, your Gen Z coworker was the one who enlightened us.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
I
Thanks,
have
Emily.
I have to say, Shauna, our friend Shauna, has also been telling us to get on the YouTube for a while now too. So
Okay.
Yeah.
We're here. We're out from under the rock.
Honestly,
Hello.
I think it would have been, that was cute. Hello. I think it's just that it's too much pressure for us. So we had been no. And now we're just fuck it. Let's see what happens.
Let's try it. Anyways, so yeah, I'm Chantal, I guess. Hello.
Oh yeah, and I'm Kate. Hi.
And we're just two Canadian babes with a podcast about books.
Yeah, we like books and we cannot lie. But we also really like dogs, Diet Coke, coloring,
outdoors. We love a paddle.
Yeah,
we love a camp.
True. We do love these things. Yeah. So we're glad that, to all of our existing babes, we're glad that you're here. And to all of our new babes, welcome.
And we usually have a discussion going over on the Facebook page, so feel free to head over there too. And yeah, we'll look forward to the booktube community. Hello, welcome us. We also don't take ourselves very seriously at all. So you get what you get and you don't get upset.
You do get what you get. You're so right. And you'll hear us say it often. You heard it here last. We've all read the book. It's you know what? We're not
just chatting.
Yeah.
No. It's not groundbreaking content. No. It's just two girls. And you know what? We'll have a few laughs and be a little silly.
Maybe a couple swears and a couple little toot-toots.
A little hooter.
Little hooters. Hooter girl. Yeah.
Anyway, what you?
No, you tell me first.
I'll live. Okay, fine.
What are you reading? What are you doing?
Well, I will tell you that I listened to a new book. I listened to Moon of the Crusted Snow
by Wob.
Oh man. Oof. Maron.
Did you like it?
It's good, but oof.
Is that the small one or his second one?
It's a small. It's just
it's
short.
His first one then.
It's just little, but that story is crazy. But I'm interested to see how it goes because I know there's another book.
Yeah.
I gotta read the second one now.
Yeah.
Or listen.
Well, the second one, I think I may have mentioned this because I was reading it. I don't think I finished it, but the second one. So there's the couple and they have the kids, the main couple in the book. The second one follows the daughter.
Oh,
she's grown. Yeah. It's really cool.
I better, because I'm already I need to know about the family because they just wandered off into the woods and I knew that the dad was building something. Anyways, read the book.
Yeah. It's very because I went and saw him with Shauna actually.
Oh yeah,
this is a Shauna episode.
Hey, we love you.
Hey, we love you. Anyway, I went and saw him with Shauna and he was talking about, one of the questions was about how the first book was written from a male's perspective and then the second book was written with the female as the lead character and how, that kind of felt or whatever. And I can't remember what his answer was. Maybe Shauna will, but it was something really smart where it was kind of just it was writing. He was saying that it really wasn't any different because men and women are equal.
Yes. Because it's just it would have just been the survival perspective of a human in the area.
Yes, exactly. So I really loved that. You can tell when you've got an ally in a male author, and he definitely respected women, and it was cool. Yeah, I have he signed one of my books.
Ooh, you girl, look at you. She met him. She's famous.
I know. Okay,
and
that's exciting.
then I will be honest, I've gotten sucked down the path of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. That show is so fucking hilarious, but also so unhinged and like so not appropriate for today.
Have you watched it before?
No.
Oh, this is your first time.
Yes.
And so I've never watched it either. I don't know anything about it.
It's on the DP. If you do, it's fucking hilarious. Honestly, I think Marty would really like it.
Yes. That actually reminds me, Marty and I watched Rush Hour the other night.
Oh.
Which I had never seen. And I'm watching it and I'm like,
it doesn't hold up. It really doesn't.
No. But like you're saying, for the time, it was like funny and acceptable and whatever. But I was still like,
yes,
I don't think I should.
I would never. I should. I'm like, oh, it's more like, oh my god, I can't believe you just said that. Yeah, exactly. Anyways, so that's what I've been doing and coloring.
Noise. Oh my god, I've been doing. So I listened to a book called Broken Country, 5 stars. Literally stood at the window, looking out into the abyss, listening to the end of it with tears streaming down my face.
Oh my god!
It got me right in the feels.
Right in the feels.
So yes, that was a great book. I also listened to Ward D by Frida. It was fine. It is what it is. When you read one of her books, you know what you're kind of getting into.
Yeah. Yep.
And then I started reading this book that I'm really enjoying called Tell Me Everything, The Story of a Private Investigator by Erica Krauss. And it's cool because it's based on a true story, but she's obviously fictionalized it because she can't talk, like she can't put out actual names and stuff. So that's pretty cool. She's a really good writer, and she was hired by a lawyer to be a PI. And so it's like her investigating. It's very cool.
Oh, cool. That's cool. That's pretty cool.
And then I started listening to, I know, I've been like eating up books. And then I started listening to, are you ready for this? A Court of Thorns and Roses.
No, she didn't. She's there. She's in it.
I'm a fantasy girly. Okay, so it's actually quite funny because a while back, one of my coworkers, Christy, hey Christy, she's actually really cool. She's like kind of famous. She was on a Super Bowl commercial. Yeah.
What? Hey Christy, hey.
But she told me a while back about something called graphic audio, which is an audiobook. Yes. You know about this?
I've heard, yes.
Okay, so I never had, but so for all the babes who don't know, it's like an audiobook that has like all the voices are different. Like when someone's walking, you hear footsteps, there's background noise, like it's like this graphic immersive audio.
Yeah.
So I didn't realize that I had downloaded a graphic audio version of this book, and when it happened, I was like, what the fuck? But then I remembered what Christy told me, and I was like, oh, this must be that. Yes. And it's been so fun.
Really?
Okay. Yeah.
Because there was the option when I started Fourth Wing, there was the option for the dramatized version or whatever. And I was like, I don't know if I'd be into like click, clack, and dragon's wings and shit like that. But maybe I'd have to give it a shot.
It's kind of cool. I don't know. It's just like something different.
But also I listen at 2 times. So it would probably be like... If it was like because you know when they'd be like,
they'd be running, music, they'd be like,
it would be really weird because like when they do like intro music for stuff, it's always just like sounds like a balloon.
Yeah, that's true. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, you'd have to give it a shot, but I'm enjoying it so far. Like,
okay.
I even last night I had a little walk on my walking pad, and I wanted to listen to my book, but I like to be distracted in all of my senses.
Of course.
So I just put on a YouTube like walking through London at night. So I was like listening to my walking through London.
She was walking through London town, babes.
Babes, absolutely babes. It was wonderful. spot of tea. Yeah,
a
no.
spot of tea. Cheerio.
Highly recommend. Highly recommend. And then I just got these new headphones, and so they've been changing my life too. So it's great. You know. Anyway, that's me. Oh, and I finished all of the episodes of White Lotus. I don't know if you've been on that.
No, I haven't. Everybody keeps telling me to watch it.
Have you ever watched it?
No. I know they're at a hotel.
3 seasons.
Chain.
You got 3 seasons to catch up on.
Oh, okay. After my It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, I'll do this. White Lotus.
Yeah. It's also, I mean, it's fucked up. Like, I don't know how any other way to describe the show except for
they've told me that it's fucked up and there's usually murder.
Murder.
And then all the drama of couples at a resort, essentially.
Yeah.
But like crazy because it's a TV show.
Very crazy. Like, you're like, what the fuck the entire time.
Okay. I think
we got any babes?
Oh, sorry. We've got one new babe. We've got Janelle. Welcome to the group.
Hi, Janelle.
Welcome to our Facebook group.
Yeah.
All right.
Show us your animal dog, your pet dog.
Your pet dog. Don't get them confused with them dogs.
We don't want those.
Should we talk about our first half of our new book?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we should.
Let's do it.
Yes, we should. Let's talk about first impressions, and then you can hop in and talk about Charlotte if you want. Wait, Charlotte.
Yeah. Obviously, I was hooked right away when somebody. Oh, right. Fuck. I guess we should talk about what we're reading. We're reading Wild Dark Shore, and this is the latest released from one of our favorite authors, Charlotte McConaghy.
I thought I'd show everybody what it looks like underneath. Yeah, because I like that. Yeah, I like to know. It's just got like a little, I don't know if you can see that, just a little.
Is there something embossed in there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it might be the publisher's logo. Okay. It is Flatiron Books. Yeah.
Cool.
It's purple.
Very nice.
Cool. Yeah.
That's our version of the front cover, because I think there are a few different covers.
Oh, are there?
I feel like I saw something else, but I could be completely wrong. I'm thinking of something else. Anyways,
I love the cover. I think it's
gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's obviously a very good description of perhaps the drift. And what their wild dark shore might look like. First impression on writing. I love her writing as usual. I forgot how much I love it, actually. Now that I'm reading it, I can't stop. I'm obsessed. The way she describes things, everything, the way she builds her characters, love it. She hooked us from the beginning. Well, it's safe to say I'm obsessed. What about you?
I know. I love it too. I don't have anything to add on. I love it too. I love everything about it. I'm so happy to be reading another one of her books.
Me too.
I'm just going to mention this briefly just because it's fitting into the conversation. But I was reading somewhere online and somebody referred to the book as a literary eco thriller. And I was like, perfect.
Oh my gosh. That is actually perfect. You're absolutely right. That's great.
An eco thriller. Yeah. Because I was chatting with my boss, Deb, and she was saying that she was kind of having a hard time getting into it. And I think that you and I are so like, we loved Once There Were Wolves so much that we were just like so excited and we knew what we were getting into. But she had never read any of Charlotte's books before. And so she's kind of like, it's kind of like, and I was like, so her prose is like definitely a lot, like you kind of need to get used to it, although I find it very beautiful. But then I explained that each one of her books kind of tackles like environmental issue that's happening and you know what they're doing about that. And she said as soon as I told her that, it all made so much more sense. So it's like you almost need to know that you're going into the eco thriller to understand what's going on. Yeah,
true, because it wasn't so because I also did you end up reading Migrations as well? Yeah. I felt
Did
like
you?
once we I think I ended up listening to it. But I found that There Were Wolves was a step back from that. I know there was, like, obviously the reintroduction of animals into an ecosystem is important and everything like that, but I felt like it was easier to consume as an from an ecological aspect if you're not used to that, whereas Migrations was also very heavy into almost like this is, which is amazing. I love it. It's great. I love it.
I love it too. I do. Well, tell us about her.
Yes, I'll tell you about Charlotte. Okay, so she is Australian born and is currently living still in Australia in Sydney. She's an international bestseller. And the book Migrations that we were just talking about was the Time Best Book of the Year. And it has also been adapted for film, but I can't find anything on it since 2020. But it has been she has sold the rights to the film.
Yeah. Sometimes they sit on that stuff, right?
True, exactly. It could be sitting. You're absolutely right. Apparently Benedict Cumberbatch and some other British actress, I think, were whispering who were going to be in it. And then, of course, Once There Were Wolves was a New York Times bestseller. And she actually had started as a science fiction /fiction young adult writer. And Migrations was actually her first adult fiction novel. She wrote young adult, not that she was a young adult. No. Huh? Oh, sorry. She wrote young adult. I don't know if I said that right.
No, I think that was just me, but yes.
Okay. That's how she had started out writing. So you can see she has a large backlog of young adult books as well. She has a master's in screenwriting, which makes completely cool. Exactly. She just sounds cool. And then I was just kind of going into why she wanted to get into this book, and she wanted to explore the idea of isolation and what that does on grief and love, and essentially the connection to nature, which is usually a theme to her book her books.
Which is probably why we both love them so much. We love nature. Like we love that shit.
We love that shit. I want to go to this fake kind of real island.
I'll tell you about the island.
You will tell me about it.
I also want to go there and not come back.
Same. I could probably just hang out in that lighthouse. We could keep care of it.
Yeah, I'd fuck with the lighthouse. Sounds amazing. You and I and a couple dogs. We're set. And all the albatross. We're good.
Exactly.
Okay. So this book was released on March 4th, 2025. So at the beginning of last month. Exciting. Yep. Sorry, I just psyched myself out with what the date was. Do you ever do that where you're like, wait?
Yes. Wait, as you would say, whose house is this?
Whose house is this? It was published by Flatiron Books, which is a affiliate of Macmillan Books, which is Angeline's publisher, so that's exciting. And we've done a little bit of work with Macmillan Books, so that's it was a fun little, I don't know. Every time I see them, I'm like, hey, wait.
I know, same. I know. I'm like, hey, I know those people there.
I've got one of the reviews for this book from the New York Times book review, and it says, vivid, moving, wild dark shore abounds with evocative nature writing. We're shown why a person might withdraw from the messiness of life after tragedy and trauma. The novel also offers its injured characters a path back to connection and community, a risk Charlotte argues must be worth taking no matter how fraught the future, which I thought was just really beautiful way to summarize the book. I liked that the injured characters a path back to connection and community, because they are all of them are very isolated. Okay, so the fictional Shearwater Island that we are currently on with the squad draws inspiration from I didn't write down how to pronounce this word. I did later on, but not this one. I'm going to guess it's called Mockery Island, Macquarie. Mockery Island, which is located between Tasmania and the Antarctica, and it is renowned for its unique wildlife, which we are seeing in this book. The concept of the seed vault mirrors the real world sea vault, which I knew existed, but there are people out there who didn't know that they existed. And
I feel like I've heard about it from you, the seed vault. I feel like you've maybe told me about the seed vault.
Oh, really?
How did I know about it? It is cool. It's really cool.
Cool. Like, I freaking love that. You know, Marty like watches documentaries on this kind of stuff. I love him.
Yeah.
I guess we like different stuff, but then we like the same stuff. So
I like that.
Anyway, the seed bank that it is based off of is called the Svalbard Global Seed Vault.
Yeah.
You know that one. Which was established to preserve the world's plant biodiversity, which I just love that there are people out there who are thinking about this.
Mm-hmm. And it's important.
And it is very important. And then last thing I'm going to say, the Charlotte is telling the story through multiple first-person perspectives, and which I didn't really realize until I was like, oh, shoot, which lets you really get inside each character's head, making the narrative feel deeper and more layered, which I am absolutely finding. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Which characters are like, should we meet our characters?
Yeah, let's talk about
who's standing out so far to you.
What about you? You go first.
Okay.
I can talk. I know them, and I just want to talk about them.
I just want to talk about them. Okay, so obviously, first we start with Fen, who actually who ends up being Rowan, who's washed up on shore. So Fen is 17. 16,
yep,
17. That's what I thought. Yep. She's 17 and she lives on the island, but not in the lighthouse. It is too claustrophobic for her. She has seen something or is scared of somebody.
Something traumatic has happened.
Something traumatic has happened. Yes.
What? I have a theory. I
also have theories too. I can't wait to hear your theory. So yeah, she's a 17-year-old girl. It sounds like essentially has finished her own homeschooling. She sounds very smart, well educated. They all do, except the eldest son. And she seems very independent. She is obsessed with the seals this is the largest breeding ground for these seals in the world.
It's almost like she can speak their language.
Exactly.
Like one of them.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. She swims with them. They swim with her. She mingles amongst them on the beach, where it is usually a very dangerous thing to do. She feels pain when they lose a pup, and she feels exuberance when she sees them survive as well. So you can tell that she is open, like her heart is just open and is caring as hell, because she dragged a drowning woman out of the fucking drift.
Yes, in a storm.
In a storm, and saved her life and dragged her ass back to the fucking lighthouse. So
yeah. Well, and then in a perfect segue, because now we can talk about Rowan, who you had introduced, is the woman that Fen brings to the lighthouse, and she just washes up on shore. We find out why she's there, which is because she's looking for her husband, Hank. And she's really just like this mysterious character that we don't really know. I feel like she's like the spice in the mix. Like she's there to like,
she's adding the wrench in the usual their usual day-to-day, their mundane. She's there to like, you're absolutely right. Spice it up.
Spice it up. And it's also unique for her situation because she came via a boat, which got caught up in the storm, and the boat was totally fucked, and so was the driver, Yen. He sadly died as well. But she gets to this island, and then she's like, okay, cool, and now I need to get off the island because my husband's not here. But there is no communication. There's no radios. Somebody has damaged them, so they can't call out. And we also find out at this point that the family is actually packing up to leave in 7 weeks. The island is being retired. It will no longer be like Lighthouse Seed Bank Island. It's just going to be probably overcome by the sea at some point.
Yes, that's exactly the reason why they have to essentially evacuate, is because it's just the camps are already being covered by water and the research facilities. So then she's also like super like she's hiding something too. Like what's up with her husband? And like anyways, so then the next sketchy person would be the next adult on the island, which would be Dominic, who is the dad of all of them.
Oh my God.
We find him cleaning blood, or he needs to clean up blood. That's like the first thing he's got to do in the book, and how we kind of meet him and checking on shit. So obviously he's the one actually in charge. He's the essentially maintenance manager of the fucking island. So he'll do all the odd handyman jobs. He's in charge of the seed bank now that there's nobody on the island. And there's very specific regulations with that and everything too. So that adds a level of stress. But you can tell that he is just floating due to the passing of his wife 9 years ago, which sparked their whole move out to this extremely remote island in the middle of the fucking ocean with 3 children. Yeah.
I wish I was like I could like psychoanalyze him, because whoa, this guy. Yeah. He's also talking to his dead wife.
Oh yes,
Claire.
Yes, in front of children, and like just openly. Yes.
Yeah, and his youngest child is like, "Is mom here?" And he's like, "Yes."
Yeah.
So, I mean,
and he's obviously also shielding and sheltering his children from the world, and also he is very sus on fucking Rowan. Knows she's hiding something. But Rowan has taken an akin to the youngest child,
who is Orly. Yes. I love his name. I love it.
Yeah, me too.
He's and so
that's
cute.
That's how everybody ends up actually finding out information from Rowan. Is essentially she'll tell Orly pretty much anything, and Orly sounds like he's just the smartest kid ever. Yeah. And it's very interesting. I've noticed all of his chapters are all story based. It's him telling a story
so about a seed or a bird or something.
Exactly. Yeah. So I also have found that interesting, and have taken note of that.
Interesting. Something about Orly that I noticed was that I didn't write down the exact quote, but there was a point in the book where Dominic was talking about how, like, I think like Orly was his favorite, but that at one point he was his least favorite.
Yep. I remember that part.
I'm wondering if Claire died during childbirth. Is that what you thought too?
That was kind of what I was feeling as well.
Because he also had scrubs on. Like, I'm like, is he a doctor? Was he just in the delivery room? Like, what was going on there?
Yeah.
But that would be my, like, because I'm like, how do you hate a child? Like, how do you hate a child? And that would be the only way, right? You're like, you took my...
Yeah. I'm also, that's how I was kind of left feeling as well, that she had died during childbirth of Orly.
Yeah. And then there's the oldest. All right, Raph. The oldest boy is Raph. He's 19. He has a temper that Dominic is nurturing through violence, which is not what I actually want to say. It's more like physical exercise, but Rowan actually makes an observation that perhaps like he needs the opposite of like boxing when he's really mad. Yeah. Like maybe he needs some comfort. But that's kind of interesting. He also plays the violin, and I want to fucking hear it.
I want to hear his music too.
That's so my God. I know, because what he does is his dad got him like an underwater sound recorder machine. So he goes under and takes recordings of the whales and like whoever else is down there. And then he fucking plays the violin over top of it and makes this like, I just want to hear it.
I just want to hear how, because I'm like picturing whale noises, and then I'm also picturing violin and how they could actually really go together.
Yeah. Sorry, that was playing the violin.
That's a really good example of that. I love that.
Thank you. I actually make whale noises in my spare time. That's my side hustle.
Yeah, it is. You should download them. www.whalenoises.com.
Kate's Whale Noises.
KatesWhaleNoises.com.
Okay, and there's 2 more characters we can talk about.
Yes. So then the other 2 would be Hank and Claire, technically.
I wrote Hank and Alex because we kind of already talked about
Alex. Right. Alex, yes. Well, okay, so then if we're talking about Raph, we need to talk about Alex because Alex is a large part of why Raph is feeling so despondent and down, and the reason why he needs to punch the punching bag, because Alex is his partner. Alex ends up dying by suicide, which is very sad, and Raph ends up finding him, and it's just very awful, and there is no wonder he is punching a punching bag so much and running upstairs, and I can understand he's trying to get away from the feeling.
Yeah. And he's stuck on a fucking island.
And he's stuck on a fucking island. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
He probably hasn't maybe ever. They've been there for 19 years. He's 19. They've been there for 9 years. He's 19. So he would have been 10 when they showed up on the island. He's probably never fallen in love before. So this would be his first love on top of everything else.
On top of it all. And yeah, it just obviously from his perspective, it sounds like the situation on the island through the researchers was devolving very fast, unfortunately.
Yes. Poor Alex. I'm sad about that. I
know.
And then, yes, well, I can talk about Hank now because he was also a researcher. Also Rowan's husband. I have his exact title here if you just give me a moment. Hank Jones, senior botanist of the Shearwater Island Global Seed Bank, terrestrial ecologist, and research-based team leader.
Okay,
that is a mouthful.
So big brain stuff. Okay.
Yeah, big brain botanist. Big brain botanist boy.
Botanist boys. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And he has lost his mind? Question mark? Maybe?
Question mark?
He's supposed to be there, but he ain't there.
Question mark?
Whose blood is it?
Oh my god. So yeah, let's talk about the story then.
Yes. Are there like any like places or like
anything that stood out to me?
Yes, yeah. Like setting wise or like book wise, whatever.
I like want to be on this island. It sounds beautiful. I love how she's describing it. But like imagine navigating it with the gash in your side like Rowan had. Like,
no.
That would have been terrible.
Yeah. No.
So yeah, I don't know why, but I keep thinking about it too. Like it's when I think about this book, my mind goes back to the scene where they're looking at the albatross, like Orly has brought Rowan to the edge of the cliff and they're looking at the bird and he's telling her about it. I don't know, something about that just feels like so special.
It is beautiful. Her writing is just so gorgeous, and like those scenes where he's showing her around is just gorgeous. And I love that we're also learning with Rowan, essentially. That's fun.
Something we already talked about Dom still talking to his late wife, which is concerning. So like, is he losing his mind? He seems to be aware that maybe this isn't right. So like, true, maybe not. His kids don't think it's right. Like Fen even steals stuff that was her mother's from her dad's like trinket box. So like,
true, yeah.
I don't know. It's all, and it doesn't really seem like Dom talks about anything either. Like he seems very I want to say like like reserved. Like he thinks one thing and then he says another thing to his kid that is not at all like his like soft interior. Like it's like he feels like he needs to be. Like it's really weird.
True.
He's a really weird character.
You're now that you're pointing that out, you're absolutely right, because he's like, work, you got to do the work, and the kids all think he's work first, but like really inside he's not, like, because we have his internal dialogue. He is soft and
he's missing his wife
and willing to love and
so that's interesting. I don't know what is going on with him. I love that Rowan is a woodworker and that she built her own fucking house. That
That's
is
so
so
cool.
cool.
Mhm.
Yes, but this kind of sounds like the catalyst between Rowan and Hank, and really just like
Yeah.
Rowan in general, because a wildfire came through and burnt down her house. And part of the reason why was because there were these like two like eucalyptus bushes that were too close to the house, but she didn't want to cut them down, so she left them and they caught fire and burned her house, which like that would just suck so much. But also her and Hank met on this property while she was building her house, and then he um created the garden, and like they really like created this
Yes.
masterpiece together, right? Like there was like
Truly.
platypuses in her
Yeah.
fucking pond. Like
Yeah. Yeah. Like, oh,
okay,
I'll just go down to the creek and like look at the platypus. Okay,
that
cool.
sounds amazing. But yeah, it sounded really like ideal. And then once it burned down, Rowan really had no purpose, because it also sounds like Rowan had a pretty traumatic childhood and essentially raised her siblings because her
Yeah.
mom was like an absentee mom. And she
Mhm.
also grew up on a houseboat. So there's a lot going on
Um,
there.
and also something that's a driving wedge between Hank and Rowan is the fact that he really would like children, and she is adamant on that not happening. And I think sounds like that's a divide, and that's why he decides to go on these long researching trips,
Mhm.
essentially.
Which is another reason why I find her and Orly's relationship so cute,
Mm-hmm.
because he never had a mother and she's never
Mm-hmm.
wanted children, right? So the way that they interact is not like mother son. She's like, she tells him like it is. Like, I really like that, because I don't really know if Orly has had somebody who's, saying these kinds of things to him.
True, probably
Um,
not.
yeah, because
Yeah,
he's a
no
kid and everybody just sees
female
him as the
adult
kid. Yeah.
perspective. Yeah, yeah.
Do you want to talk about how everyone says that the island is haunted by all the souls that were lost
Oh
there
yeah,
because of the
yeah.
penguins and the seals?
Yes, true. Okay, so this island has been infamous for decades, hundreds of years by the sounds of it. It was actually
Centuries.
centuries, because this is a place where animals come to breed and they migrate to, etc. It makes them easy targets for hunters. So at one point, these seals were actually almost extinct because of the seal harvest and all of that stuff, as well as penguins and albatross, all the animals on that island, essentially. And there's even like these barrels of, well, not anymore, they were historic, but like it's of animals.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's just
So
for
what they
fuel,
use to kill the animals.
the blubber and the
Yeah.
blubber and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So like it's just, yeah, so obviously the energy of those souls and the blood spilled, they really all swear that they can feel it, first of all, but also hear it like on the wind and everything like that. So they feel and perhaps even see. There was a point where Rowan thought she saw somebody walk across the window when she was refinishing that table.
Oh. I can't see Charlotte adding in a
No.
like a, what do you call that, like a magical realism
Oh,
aspect
okay, yeah.
to it. Like
Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
see her throwing that in, but I do just like the like nod to
the
something terrible
souls.
happened here, and there's
Yeah.
and there's still
Yeah. And not only the seals and everything like that. Now researchers have gone there, and it doesn't sound like, unfortunately, it is uncommon for people to take their own lives on this island because of the isolation. It sounds like it's just a really harsh terrain, and you've really got to be cut out for it.
Yeah, that's true. Something else I wanted to mention was that the kids seem to know some sort of big secret that Dom does not want to share with Rowan.
True.
And it's interesting because neither Rowan or Dom actually trust each other, because we know they both are keeping things from one another. Although they're both finding that they're like attracted to one another.
Yeah, there's a pull there. There's definitely some sort of relationship going to happen there. They be fucking, or
But like, can they? If
can
the secrets
they?
are like so bad, like if Dom
Because
killed Hank.
well, I mean, like she watches him put stuff in the fucking secret trap door down there, and it's his
And then
stuff.
what does she find? Yes.
It's his stuff.
Hank's
His
stuff.
laptop, his fucking cell phone, all of his shit.
Passport, which he would need. Which actually
Ooh.
segues really well into the emails that she received from him.
Mm-hmm.
I have them here. So he would email her and be like excited about everything that was going on with the research and everything. But the last 3 emails that she received from him, which is why she even got on a fucking boat in the first place, were these. 1, I need help. It's not safe here for me anymore. 2, they don't understand what I'm trying to do. They fear what I have realized and they fear me for knowing it. 3, I am in danger. Send help.
Yeah.
So, like, what does
I would
that
get
mean?
on a boat. I'd get on a boat. Yeah, you'd have to get on a boat. You'd have to.
I'd probably try to charter a plane. Like, I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fair. Not
That I'm bougie or anything, but I don't know. But you probably can't get maybe a helicopter. Like, does anybody have a helicopter?
Help us get the island, yo. Frick. Yeah, that's and is it the typical isolation that they've seen and was also illustrated in the book? Just him kind of losing his mind, as they kind of say, or is it actually?
I mean, there's blood.
There's blood. Yes.
There's no Hank. There's all of his stuff.
True. It's not looking great. No. Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah. It's not looking great.
No, because Dom is saying that he literally got on a ship with the rest of the researchers when they all evacuated and just bounced. But like, it's not adding.
He's got all his stuff. Yeah. He's got all his stuff. Yeah.
Yes. So I'm very curious as to what's going on there. And it's weird that they both, like, I guess they know that they have to cohabitate for like the next 7 weeks or whatever. So they're not just going to like start shit with one another. But it's weird that like they don't just like, why are you here? Because I'm looking for my husband, Hank. He sent me weird emails. Like, you know what I mean? Where is he? Like, I know you're lying to me. And Dom can be like, well,
actually, so he's dead.
But like, I wonder if it could be because I'm obviously leaning towards the fact that maybe Dom killed Hank or something. Like something went down. It obviously can't be that bad, I don't think, because the kids know about it, and the kids have even asked him, like, "Are we gonna tell her?" And he's the one that says no. So you'd think if it was like that big of a secret, like Orly would have spilled it or something. But maybe not, because also when they were walking to the seed bank and the albatross was flying up above them, and Orly says something like, "Don't worry, we're not going that way," or whatever to the birds.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, their bodies buried over there.
Oh, yeah. Like, I'm wondering if like maybe like they weren't even involved at all and shit just went bad down there. Like, you don't know, people do crazy stuff when it comes to like there's no real society, etc., etc. People trying to figure out the hierarchy of, you know, the pecking order of people. Or is it, I was wondering if we're going to get into prediction and speculation. Tell me. I was wondering if Raph, because Hank was in charge technically, I wonder if Raph got upset about Alex somehow, and maybe Hank was found out that Hank was making his life difficult or was involved somehow that way, and then he killed Hank, and now they're all accidentally, because he can't control his fucking anger and violence, accidentally killed Hank, and now they're all trying to cover up for him. Because
but then why would Raph ask him, like, are we gonna tell her?
Like, maybe for himself, to get himself prepared, maybe.
Okay. Like, not like we should tell her, but like, are we telling her? Interesting. Interesting.
Maybe. I don't know. That could be far-fetched. That was kind of where I was going.
I love it.
What
I
about
had
you?
an idea. Well, I tried to do some research and it wasn't really working out, but I thought that it was interesting when they were in the seed bank how Rowan pointed out that the wall had concrete cancer, which meant that the concrete was splitting and like moisture and stuff can get in or whatever. But I was wondering if there could have been some sort of mold component to that, which could then make people like lose their fucking brains. And if Hank was in there as often as he allegedly was because he was sorting all of the seeds, perhaps he like started to go like a little bonkers, maybe?
True. Plus the just the whole, because she even says that once he was put in charge of the seed bank portion, and deciding what was actually going to make it and what wasn't going to make it, his whole demeanor changed. Yeah. She even acknowledged that then they only talked by email because he was always working.
Yeah. Like, it doesn't sound at this point like Hank is a villain, although he's almost being like portrayed like he could go either way.
Definitely.
But like, he was so passionate, like the way that we saw him speak with Rowan at her property and about the plants that they were doing, like he was so passionate about that and about this job. Yeah, like it seems weird for him to do something so out of line that could get killed, or like, or if he would kill himself or whatever.
Right.
The one that I was thinking, I have another theory. I was wondering if maybe like Hank made a move on Fen and Dom was like, oh hell no, and then it escalated.
Yeah.
Something happened to Fen, so like what happened?
True. We haven't really touched much on her, and the fact that she feels claustrophobic in her own house. Seems like she might be scared of her dad. They've all said that there's clearly something that she's seen and is scared by for her to live in the boathouse by herself.
Yeah, and like he lets it happen. And even Rowan is like, what kind of parent lets this happen? Like, but it must be a parent who either like knows what she saw and like knows that he can't do anything about it, or someone who just like, he also is lost as a parent. We're seeing that too. He's talking so much about how Claire like knew instinctively how to parent, what they needed, and that he took advantage of that. And when she was gone, he realized like how much he didn't know and how much there was to do. So we know that he feels like insufficient as a parent already.
Oh yeah.
So maybe that's why he's allowing it to happen, because he's not confident in his parenting skills, but like, I don't know.
Or he feels bad that he's done something wrong.
Yeah. There's like guilt. Yeah. So Rowan doesn't have hair. Like, she shaved her hair off.
Yes. Yeah.
Which I was curious about. And Fen actually asks Rowan why she cut all her hair off. And Rowan says, I wanted to feel lighter. So it's like giving some perspective as to what type of a person like Rowan is.
I really, like you were saying earlier, the parts where Orly was kind of like showing us and Rowan around the island, I thought was like beautiful. I think that them talking, or Charlotte writing about like the importance of ecosystems and everything like that, the way she's talking about it and going about it is very digestible to me, at least. And it gives a different perspective other than people just being like, you should do this because it's good for the environment or whatever. Yeah. It's like she's explaining it in a digestible way, whereas like I'm not science-based, so it's difficult for me to like read a report or studies and understand and let it sink in. But like, this is really touching, I guess.
Yes. Well, and she's framing it in a way where there's emotion involved. So, when you hear global warming, scientists say this, that, emissions, you're like, okay, it's just going to happen. Like, that's just the world. But then when you're like, but I love the albatross now because I know all about them and they have names and like, I love them and they mate for life and they have babies and it takes forever. Like, I don't want anything to happen. And then like the sea, like you can see like Fen was marking it with like a post and it kept coming higher and higher. And you're right. It's like personifying fucking global warming so that you're like, oh.
Yes, us empathetic people are like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, we got it. Okay.
Yeah. I like all the birds and all the seals.
I like all the
penguins.
birds. I really do.
Yeah.
I feel like she also like did a really good job of like giving us descriptions, but not like so much that it was like boring or like she strikes a good balance between, I guess, their inner dialogue or outward dialogue and the storytelling aspect.
Yes, well. I totally agree. I love her writing style. Like I love it. I don't, something about her writing is innately sad. Like it innately just like her prose is sad. Every book, all 3 of the books that I've read of hers are sad. Like they're heavy. Yeah. They're heavy topics. Heavy things are happening in them. But I love it so much. It doesn't necessarily like make you sad. It's just like realizing the gravity of the situation almost. And I don't know. It's yeah.
And she doesn't do it in a bleak way either. Like I don't feel bleak on my outlook right now. I'm like, what can I do?
Right. Or like you're not thinking that the main characters are insufferable because they're so sad or like anything like that. It's not like that. Yeah. It's just like this feeling that you get. It's like melancholy. I don't know.
It's like you can connect with them because they can describe you can connect with the characters because Charlotte does such a good job of connecting with us and emotions. Yeah. I feel like I know all of these feelings that these characters are feeling, even though I've not experienced a house burning down or whatever. Totally. But we've experienced loss and we've experienced grief and love and life.
Yeah. Yeah, the characters really feel like real people, and I just love that about with Charlotte. I mean, even in Once There Were Wolves, like remember the twins? We loved them, and
so good.
They went, through hell and back, and it was still an amazing book, even though it was terrible what was happening in it.
Yeah,
I feel like this is going to be another banger like that.
I think so too. So I guess should we just go and read the rest of the book?
Let's
finish
it!
Let's finish it! Okay.
That'll be fun.
Let's do it. Okay, read the last half. And just a reminder that we're going to be reading The Man Who Died Twice by Richard Osman for the next half. Next up for the rest of whatever month we're in, April.
For the last 2 weeks of April.
Yes. Yeah. But all right. We'll be back next week and finish up Wild Dark Shore. Okay.
I'm so excited.
Me too. Okay. All right. Okay.
Bye. Bye. Thank you so much for listening. Please join us over at the Book Club Babes Facebook group for book discussions and to make your book recommendations, or on Instagram at bookclubbabes.pod.
If you'd like to reach out to us directly, you can email us at bookclubbabes.pod@gmail.com or contact us on our website at bookclubbabes.ca. If you love the Book Club Babes podcast, please tell a friend about us. And until next time,
bye!